In part one of this video, I showed you how I got this $10 Toro recycler lawnmower going with not too much difficulty. It was kind of a strange problem that I had, and I feel like maybe there's some other things that you could consider that I didn't cover in that first video. So I want to cover a few other things to think about if you're trying to get your lawnmower going. Make sure you're using this primer bulb right. I think on some of the older lawn boys it was more of a like you push in fast like that and sort of squirt it in. This, according to the sign, you push it in and hold it for 1 second. So 1, and I think that is allowing time for the gas to go in there, because this carburetor doesn't have a choke, so instead of a choke we're using this button. Just make sure you long press it before you try to start it. Check out this button. They will get old after a period of time and crack, and if it's cracked, it's not going to supply the proper amount of vacuum in there to get gas where it needs to go. So that could be your problem if this button is at all cracked. Those are replaceable. I'm not sure I can show you how to do it, but it's not hard. Lots of people swear by seafoam in their small engines. I've always found it to be sort of a mystery oil, placebo stuff. I don't believe it actually works, but if you're going to use it, let me show you how you use it. With the spray stuff, you actually spray it into the air filter, where the air goes into the carburetor, and you do it until the engine dies, and then you're going to let it sit, it says for 5 minutes, and then restart to clear deposit. So let me show you how to do that. I don't think it'll hurt anything. I'm not sure it helps. Alright, now you're supposed to just let it sit for 5 minutes to work its magic, I suppose. I removed the cover just so you can see some things. You can see just how accessible the carburetor is and how simple it is. And I was just looking, and you can get, say you wanted to buy a new carburetor for whatever reason, it's $15, $16. I want to show you this side of the engine, because if you aren't getting a spark, one of the reasons might have something to do with this part right here. This is the automatic. You have to hold that handle down, and when you let it go, the motor will die. And the reason it dies, I think, is that this grounds out basically the coil, which makes the spark. So instead of sending electricity to the spark plug, it gets grounded out. No electricity is going to the spark plug. So if you're getting no spark, you want to check and make sure that this arm is attached, so that when you push the handle, it's moving. So take a look at your blade too, see what conditions that is in. If you tip it up so that the carburetor is uphill, because otherwise gas will pour out of it. But you want to just make sure it's not hacked up too badly. It's not bent or anything. I was going to sharpen it, but this one actually looks in really good shape. You can probably buy them new for less than it costs to sharpen them, but if you need to take it off, I think if you hold your foot there, I think you can get enough power on it with just a wrench to get it off. As long as I was in there, I just touched it up with a file, which I think is sufficient. May not be the best way to do it, but it's fine. And in case you were wondering, it's just normal threads, so clockwise we'll tighten it up, counterclockwise will loosen it. All right, now that you got your motor running, your reward is you get to cut the grass.